Isn't motivation something you want? Discipline is something you need. Obsession is something you have to have. I'm going to show you what I wanted, how I got it, and how I was obsessed to get there. All right, we're going to hop into another episode of Forget the Noise podcast. AJ Cappuccini. Today we have Taylor Toms. We have her group, Real Estate. Now, she has done millions of dollars in real estate, has a full team. We're in her brand new office today. You guys are going to see some content on that. Besides that, we're going to get to know her. And the reason I wanted to have her on is, one, I've been following her on social media. We've kind of like chit-chatted back and forth. And the cool thing is like the team mentality, going out on your own. She's faced some uphill battles of people telling her she can't do it. She's got a young family. She's married to another business owner, which I can relate to. So there's a lot on the plate today. Got my notes again. But what we're going to do is try and stay on topic. We're going to try and dive into some stuff that she wants to talk about, promote her, and then see what it takes to run a team, run a household, and be married to another business owner on top of starting a whole new venture. So we have Taylor.
Hello. Tell
us about yourself a little bit, just quick bio.
You know what? I feel like I've reinvented myself in the last little bit. So that's a new thing for me, but I am a mom. I'm a business owner. I've been in real estate for 9 years this year. It seems like a long time. But, this year, 2026, I took the leap to start my own team. So that was crazy and scary and all of the things. But I've built my business totally on repeat and referral. So, I'm a relational person. I'm super friendly and outgoing, and that's what people know about me. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
So one thing that stood out to me when we were chit-chatting, you sent me on your form, was the work hard, stay positive, and be kind. Mm-hmm. Now, you're probably a better person than I am, because I have a hard time as a business owner. Now that I've been in business for a few years, growing thicker skin, how do you stick with that?
I need to tattoo it on my arm, because I totally live by that. I actually don't even know where that came about. People ask me that all the time, but this business is so hard. It's emotionally draining. I posted something on Instagram the other day, was real estate is so funny. You can have the best day of your life and the worst day of your life in 5 minutes, because it's just so up and down. And working hard, staying positive, and being kind, that was the only thing that really, it just stuck with me. I'm going to work hard, I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to be kind. And if the outcome is still bad in the real estate transaction, I can sleep at night knowing I did everything I could. I think we have a lot of there's a lot of bad things that people say about realtors. I think we get paid too much money. Yeah. They're all snakes. They're,
we were literally just talking about that.
They're in it for themselves. And if you know me and you've worked with me, all my clients will tell you there's no way. I will go above and beyond, but I follow those 3 mantras so much. And I used to lose sleep over every deal, every client, every divorce, every money loss, and I just finally said to myself, if I do those things, I'm doing everything right. So I've lived by it. I've built my business on it. I tell all my clients, this is who you're getting. There's days where I'm not my best self, but I'm so authentic now, I feel that I'm if I live by those things, then it's going to work. That's how I sleep at night.
Having that mantra, though, do you find, because what I'm getting at is you have a checklist in your head. Mm-hmm. And I have the same thing. I have core values. I have a mission statement for my company. And now it's second nature for me to run that through my head. Mm-hmm. But I found at the beginning, when I was really trying to have that growth stage, I'm sure you just opening this office and building a team, those problems have come at you 1,000 times faster, mm-hmm. right? You have to make faster decisions.
Well, I have everybody else's problems on me too. So every agent on my team's clients, I also now have to sleep with that at night. So there's a lot of doubt, I would say. And now I find myself, which feels so good. This is I tell my girls all the time, if you did the right thing, then you don't need to worry about anything. And they second guess themselves, and I see them acting the way that I did. And I'm no, I stop it right in its tracks. And I'm you did everything right. You did everything right. And you can't beat yourself up in this business, because it's so easy to blame yourself for every crappy market and everything that happens.
That's literally your job as the owner. As a leader, it's your job.
I'm no, and I feel that they feel so inspired by some of it, and I just wish 8 years ago, when I was going through things like that, someone said those things to me, you're doing the right thing, and you're fine, because I had so much anxiety in the beginning of my business, being oh my God, it's $1 million. I had no money. I didn't know anything about anything. I was like, I didn't even own a house when I got into real estate. So people were like, should I buy? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like renting. I'm like, so now I like tell my girls all the time, I'm like, if you did the right thing, it doesn't matter. Like you followed your values. You did what you had to do. You did what you said you would do. And that's it. So I come back to it a lot. Like I have to kind of check myself because
consciously you go back to it and say, hey,
I check myself a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, because I find with my core values, it's kind of like just in my head. And like before I get into a situation, I don't know it's because I've been doing it so long, it's just like I walk into a situation or a project or something, I'm like, that's going to be a problem, that's going to be a problem, that's going to be a problem. Okay. And then when I get to it, it's like, I already have the solution before the problem, right?
Yeah, you already knew. Yeah.
I do like the point where you, like you said, you were building a team. I'm going to go off kind of left field here. Yeah. It's like, I was just doing another podcast. I told someone, like, as the owner, it's not your fault, but it's always your problem.
Always.
So how are you adapting with that now, running a team?
It's new.
Have you got used to that?
It's new. It's funny because I'm such a worrier. Like I have OCD, not like OCD, like count, click the door, shut 3 times, like not like that, but more like I'll overthink it 100 times and think about every possible scenario. And that came a lot with like coinciding postpartum and then also starting the team. So I've really, like other people's problems, I can solve them. Like I can fix the craziest problems. People are losing their house, there's divorce, the bank's coming, like those problems aren't big for me. It's like the little stupid things that I obsess about. So having the team, I think this is like the best thing that ever happened to me because that's where I really am good at like handling it for them or like teaching them how they should feel because I've been through it. Like every experience they send me, like, oh, there's aluminum wiring and the buyer's walking away and blah, blah. I'm like, it's fine. We have somebody. We'll figure it out. Like,
do you think that comes from experience though? Because you've been doing it, what,
it's gotta
7
be
years, 8 years before you had your own team.
Yeah, I'm
because
selling.
You have to make quick decisions because you have someone else's deal on the table.
Lots of money.
Lots of money with one of your team members being represented by you. Or you are represented by them.
I just have the right people now that make me feel confident in the decisions I make. So like, you know, if there's mold in an attic, like I know the guy to call to fix it, so it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly.
At the beginning, I was like, I don't have anyone. It's 10 grand. Now I'm like, no.
Literally a fucking contract.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's $1,500. We're good. We'll call somebody. We'll call my buddy. Like it. So it's definitely experience. It's like being established as someone people can trust. So when I talk to you and you're my seller, and I'm like, don't stress about it. Like I have people for you. Like then they're like, okay, thank God. So I'm just teaching my girls that now. Like. You are not your own. You have a whole team that backs you. We are all here. Like, so the little problems I get caught up on, and like that's what I'm really working towards. But like the big problems, I can handle it. Like, I don't know. I've always been like that though.
Do you think that's why it puts you at the top 3 in Remax? Top 3, big thing there. Yeah,
I was number 3 for 30 under 30, which was huge for Remax. That was Canada wide. So I was like 21, then 7, and then 3. Now I'm over 30, but yeah, that was huge. That was crazy for me. I had no idea. I'm not a numbers person. I don't, like so many agents are like top 100, like top producer. Everyone's a top producer in the industry. I don't know what that means, but I mean, I don't post how much money I make. I think that that's ridiculous. But that was pretty cool to tell people. And I tell people a lot, like, I'm top 3 in Canada, and I tell you that only because I have the experience to represent you, not because I think I'm the best.
And that's the thing. Like, I feel like you get to a certain point in business, and it feels like you're veteran and seasoned enough where, like, I look at myself in business, and, like, I was just talking with Tarun, and it was one of those, like, I have A players on my team. Yeah. I really try to treat them well. I try to make sure we get the job done right. And when I tell people, like, we are the best contractor, or I'm getting into consulting, coaching. I kind of say, like, I have a book, I have a podcast, I have the gym every morning, I run a construction company. I'm not doing it to brag. It's building that credibility. Yeah, it's credibility. It's depositing receipts, proof of concept that I am the person to work
100%.
with. So do you find
Google reviews? Like, I want receipts.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And you find, like, being team lead and promoting that top 3, does your day-to-day change now? Like, do you see yourself as, like, I hate to say it, but, like, an A player where you're like, it's not a confidence thing, it's like confidence, and because when you first start your business, you have this, like, I hate to say ego.
Afraid. Yeah.
You have, like, you're afraid, but you're like, I need to be, like, in your face.
I have to be the best.
Yeah, the best out there. But now you just walk in the door, it's kind of like, hey,
it feels so
everything
good
in my
now.
baggage will tell you who I am. I don't need to introduce myself. Kind of thing. Like,
it feels so good now. It's more like I can be selective with the people that I work with. you know, I have a son. That's the time, like I work this hard for my family.
Yeah.
I don't work this hard to have the best real estate business. Like, I think I'm really good at it. I think it's where I thrive. I think running the team is totally exactly what I needed to do. But I do this for the time with my family too. So like well, like when I go to a listing appointment, like I'm very honest. I'm like, listen, I have Liz, I have Madison, I have Norma. You're going to meet all of them because I can't run a one-woman show. That's why I have a team. So no, I'm not going to do every open house for you. I'm not going to do every showing, but I have the best people here to help you. And I also say, like, listen, I pick up my son at 4 or 3:30 and I won't respond to you till 7:30. Like my phone's off. It's not accessible at all. Unless I'm in the middle of an offer or like, you know, if I have showings, like I have the best husband ever that will deal with it. But my family time is so sacred. And if clients are like, that doesn't work for me, I'm like, okay, call me in 3 months.
Do you have those standards before you had a family in it?
Nope.
So it was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Yep. I never saw my husband ever. I never saw my family, which, you know what, honestly, I tell everybody, if you don't have a son or a daughter or a family, work as hard as you can at the beginning. Pound it, because
I'm a strong believer in that, because I don't think and I talk about it on every episode, that work-life balance
There's
is bullshit.
no balance.
There's no balance.
Nope.
Like
I still don't balance.
No, but like it's like if you want to succeed and get forward and move forward, like
your ass
you
to
have
work.
to do what those other people are doing plus some. If you're not there yet, right?
I did everything. I did the weirdest shit ever in the beginning of my business. Like I don't even know what I was doing to like get people to trust a 24-year-old realtor who didn't own a house. I was selling shoes for 10 years before this, like running a Browns shoes in Ontario, sales team, things like that. Like I had no experience doing this. So
uphill battle before you walked in the door.
God, like it was like what? Like she's this like skinny blonde girl that thinks she's gonna sell real estate now. Like people looked at me and was like, okay.
How many episodes of Sell and Sunset did you watch?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, literally,
even my family used other realtors in the beginning, and I was like, these people. Like now I'm like. Now they're like, you have to sell my house. Like now I sell their cousins and their friends, like, you know, and I'm like, so yeah, there's no such thing as work-life balance. I think that's a joke. I think that I worked so hard, like a crazy person for 7 years. And then I had my best year ever when I was pregnant because I thought no one would ever hire me again once I had a baby. So I sold 60 houses or something crazy.
That's crazy.
The year I was pregnant. I didn't see my husband once. Like I think we went to bed together and that was it. I sold a house while I was in labor. I never took a mat leave. So like, I don't believe in that, but I do believe in my business. So figuring out a way to like make them work some days, it's different every day.
So real estate is, and I don't want this all to be real estate, but I think this is important as, I guess, an individual. It's fucking cutthroat. Like honestly, like I deal with so many realtors.
There's 75,000 realtors in the Toronto real estate board.
Even the way realtors like operate, I know you guys have a code of ethics and stuff like that. But I do a lot of walkthroughs and I have real estate agents call me and say, hey, this person's buying a house. They want to know how much equity they got to pull to do a reno. I'm like, okay, I'll come in. This. I see some of these real estate agents, and they're like smoke they blow, and I'm like, guys, stop telling me. I can almost wish I can go to masterminds that realtors are at and tell them how it is as a contractor and what you're getting into when you're buying a house. Because I'm like, stop lying to these people.
They don't even know though. They don't even know what they're talking about.
But top 3 standard. So that's what I want to talk about because I find contracting's like this. So you're in that top 3, and I have this theory. I don't know how to explain it. Like, imagine 100 people trying to climb to the top, right? When you're floating in that middle, you only have 30, 40 people below you. Right? And you're trying to get to that number 1 position. So you're really only competing with 51, 52, 53. But when you're at like top 3, right, you have 97 people behind you coming for your throat. Even if one person lets off, you have 96 more people. Does that make sense? I feel like there's more pressure when you're at the top. Do you feel that now when you go into a negotiation or something like that? Because I'm comparing to contracting too. As one of the better contractors, I feel like when I go in for a tender, it's one of those like, okay, I'm going against these guys, and these guys like really lowball their price because they're like, I know what he has to offer, so I'm going to cut him down to get there. Do you find when you go in negotiations, especially like younger female, just starting your own team, how do you feel the cutthroat with other agents?
With other agents, like, so I'm... I have a lot of agent friends, and I think that is what put me at the top. I get deals done because of the connections that I have. So if my buyers are going in on a property and I know the listing agent and we're friends and we get drinks together and I support them and, you know, I big them up, I know I'm getting it over the other one without negotiation, because that's just who I am. So I learned that really early on. I saw people in my office being like the best negotiator, and I'm like, that doesn't jive with me. Like, I can negotiate no matter what. Like that's what I'm good at. But I also know I'm better at being a friend, a social person. I'm better at taking care of you, calling you on your kids' birthdays. You're not competition to me. So I learned that really early, is like, I'm going to have good friends in the industry that are going to pick my offer over other ones, even if their price isn't better. And they're going to tell me, like, here, listen, you know, we have another offer coming. Like, transparency, I think, was so big. So, you know, I don't find myself negotiating a lot anymore, because the value speaks for itself. It's more like, you know, and I'll tell people, like, look, this is my book of everything I've done. I won't sit here and tell you I've sold 700,000 houses, but, you know, this is the type of person I am. So who do you want to work with, right? And then other people are like, well, I like her. I don't, you know, so it's changed. It's changed. I used to negotiate a lot. Now I'm more like, this is me. These are my results. Let's be friends. Let's work together. That's basically it.
So with being able to walk into a negotiation with that, it's called power or leverage. Leverage is a better word.
Yeah.
With leverage, do you find the more leverage you gain? Because I'm starting to feel like this as I'm building the credibility. It's like the chip off my block is getting bigger, and not in a like, fuck you way, or like, I'm gonna step on your throat way. Just kind of like, I just don't care. Like, I have this chip off my block that's like this big, and when I walk in somewhere, I'm like, it's up to you. Like, I literally just let go of like $1 million contract. I just dropped another contract with like a franchise. And I'm like, we just don't jive. Like, eye to eye, we don't. I
always tell people, I'm like, listen, this is not an interview. This is a meeting where we decide if we work well together.
Yeah.
That's it.
100%.
You're not interviewing me. Let's sit here and decide if we want to work together. And I've left listing appointments being like, oh my God, please don't hire me. Please don't hire me. And I'll take it, because that's how I am. I'm going to take it anyway. But I'm like, please don't, please don't. Please. It's a challenge.
Now, right?
And now I'm like, oh my God, okay, here we go. But you know what? The tough people, like, my team always laughs. They're like, Taylor, you always get like people that try to, I don't know. I do get a lot of people that kind of think like they're negotiating with me even though I'm their agent. So I'll like put them in their place a little bit.
So I can tell it at 1%.
Well, or just like, you know, you work for me, and I'm like, okay, yes, but you hired me for a reason. So like, I just kind of set that tone, like, yes, we work together. I know it's high stress. I know there's money on the line. Like, I try to like resonate with people a lot, because there's so much emotion that comes into it where you have to take yourself out of it, I think.
You've been on the flip side of that, where people have told you, you can't do it, you can't make it. Because I did see that on your forum, where you're like, people have literally told you, like, you're not going to make it, you're not going to do it. Like, in specific, was there someone close to you? And you don't have to say names, but I'm just saying, like, relevant, I see them every day kind of people told me I didn't, or just kind of like friends in past I know from high school told me I wasn't going to make it. Like, it's almost a double-ended sword, because like, when I was starting my own business and stuff like that, I had a lot of people that supported me, but I had people that told me I shouldn't do it, but I'm like, but you've never gone through it, how would you know? Like, you know, I mean, I'm not going to tell someone like, you know, whitewater rafting isn't fun. I'm like, I haven't fucking gone. So how am I don't want to go either. Right? Like that. But anything coming from people, 100%.
Like, if you don't do it, how do you know?
But it actually, when I was reading that, it actually kind of resonated with me and made me think, like, was there anything anyone said to you about not being able to do it that came true? Because I look at it, I'm like, I made it, I built it, like I did it. Like, people that doubted me, I started thinking about, I'm like, yeah, but this person said I'm gonna have a lot of sleepless nights, so yeah, they were right about that. And like, I didn't listen at the time. But
there's things that people said like that I don't like to do, like paperwork. Like, you know, like, I love training people. I think that that's where I'm good. But like the paperwork aspect of the business, and like things like there's more admin than I maybe thought that there would be running the team. But like, I'll figure it out. Like, so that was true. I think all the good totally outweighs the bad. So, you know, there's sleepless nights. There were sleepless nights before. So
I feel like there's always sleepless
nights, right?
All right, so we're going to touch on one thing you talk about your team with, but I'm going to throw something at you. The ego wants to be seen. Intention just wants the work done. And I think that kind of correlates with intention, not ego. So I want to touch on that a little bit.
You know what, the ego in this business and like in my team is out the door. Like, I let all the girls know 24/7, like, there's no ego found in this room. So I don't think that I know better than they do. I don't think that they know better than me. I think the biggest thing that we want is to be intentional with what we do and be proud of it. And, you know, the ego kind of comes with that. Ego is results for me. Like, if you have a big ego and you love what you do and whatever, that's results driven. Like, that better not be based on like
that.
Yeah, like you better have results to back up that ego. If you don't, get out of here.
Back to the receipts.
Yeah, like I have no place for that in here. So, you know, for me, this business is so intentional. My time is so intentional. Like, I'm a crazy person with time. Like, I'm like, okay, how long is that going to take? And we set a timer and we get it done. Like, I don't have time for BS. If it's 4 o'clock, don't call me. Like, my girls know, don't call me. 4 to 7, I'm unavailable. Text me. I'll call you at 7:01 when my kid is sleeping. Like, I only get a couple hours in the day to be a mom, be a wife. Like, we have to be intentional, right?
It's awesome that you can set those standards, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
So I read a quote the other day, and when I was going through your form, we were chit-chatting and everything, I'm like, this is like it. So when people tell you who they are, believe them. When they tell you who they are, don't. So, wait, when people tell you who they are, believe them. When people tell you who you are, don't. So I think that kind of correlates with the ego, with like who you are when you started your business, everything like that. So when you were starting, well, let's say starting your team, because I feel like there's a little bit more backlash on that than there was starting as a realtor.
People just laughed at me starting as a realtor.
But do people actually come to you and like say, this is who you are, or this is what you're going to become, or this is what you're going to have to be doing?
Limitations.
Because I find like you put yourself in the spotlight, even with myself. People tend to like build this persona in their head of who you are, who you're going to be, without even giving you the opportunity to kind of prove that. Or
I think people put limitations, like you're going to go here. Like, I think the biggest thing people said to me when I opened the team was like, oh, so are you going to grow like a big team, or like, are you just going to keep it to you guys? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. So like, I don't know. We're just trying to go with the flow. So people do put like, people say like, you don't want to start a big team, do you? Like, you don't want to have to be responsible for 10 people. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, not really, not today, not this year, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't like, so people put limitations on it like that. But you know, I kind of I try really hard to bring myself back to like, why am I doing this? What is the root of why I'm doing this? Because that's all that matters. Like, I'm doing this for that person. Me 10 years ago or whatever, being like, what am I going to do? Like, am I going to get my license? Am I going to do this? Like, I want to make an impact on people. I want to make an impact on the community. I want to help my girls. I want to give Norma the best life she can have. Like, those things are so important to me. The money, the deals, how many houses I sell, it doesn't matter. Like,
I think that comes with having just setting a standard for yourself, right? And I find entrepreneurs, team leaders, whoever else is at kind of like the peak of the iceberg, I find we all get judged by other people on the limitations they put on themselves. So if someone's like, well, we were just having that talk, and someone's like,
I can never buy a house.
I can never buy a house. It's kind of like, well, you know, now you're telling me I can't buy a house because you believe you can't buy a house.
100%.
And I feel those limitations are really pushed on us, and we're constantly breaking through those barriers where it's like resistance because people can't see it. Like, I'm big on networking, and actually, I can give you your book. I just wrote a book on networking. So
I just got it. You don't need. It just came yesterday.
Oh, sweet. Beautiful. See, another supporter. But I find finding a support system and networking around other people that have that same kind of mindset really changes what you believe in yourself you can do, right? Because you're not sure, you always believe you can have a team of 7, 8, 10 people, right? When 20 people are telling you like you should start with a small team, keep it small, you slowly start to put that.
You're like, okay, I'll keep it small.
Keep it small.
That's why I was on a team for 8 years.
But you may still get to 8 people on a team, but it might take you 5 years rather than if you put yourself in a room with people that set the limitations on, like, she can do a team of 8 because I do a team of 12. You'll do that in a year. So do you have to shift?
So it's funny
your surroundings or your environment
and
based on that?
I would say, like, so my son's 19 months. He's going to be 2 this year, and like before motherhood or pregnancy and all that stuff, like, I was very much like, these are my group of friends, you know, I network, I do things like that, but like, we weren't all in the same position. Like, I had one best friend who had babies a little bit, like 5 years before me. So no one was ever there for her out of our friend group. No, we had no idea how to support a mom. So we were all on different levels. And then I'm like, listen, I need a group of people that are in the same spot as me. They're business owners, they're mothers, whether they're mothers or not, but they're running a business, they have families. Like, we're all in the same point, because I need people to talk to that actually understand what I'm going through.
Yeah, 100%.
So like, I changed not my friend group. My friend group, I'm so proud. Like, we've been friends for 25 years. All my girlfriends, my best friends, my bridesmaids, like, that's my core group of friends. But I really surround myself on a day-to-day with like another group of people that are in my femme social group, which we'll touch on. Like, that's important to me, to have different areas where I get support from. Like, sometimes I need a girls' night where we're drinking wine and going out and not worrying about being a mom or running a business or whatever. Yeah. Some nights I need a femme social night where we're masterminding and we're talking about ways to get business and referrals, and it's really hard sometimes. So I learned early on, like, I need different pockets of support for it to work for me.
Yeah.
And that was the only way I got through, like, postpartum and starting the team. And like, I hired Madison, who is my new agent, who also has a son similar age to my son Bennett. So we connect on that level. Like, I think it's just putting the right people around me to give me the strength to, you know, make it bigger than what people think it is.
Totally get that, because my big thing with the podcast, this is a passion project.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not making no money from this.
Yeah.
It's all coming out of my pocket.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But I believe down the road I'm going to have an ROI for it.
Yeah.
With my personal branding. But I'm selective on who I'm bringing on. I either want to have guests on that relate with me, that can pull back the curtain and actually show people this is who AJ is. He's just not some guy in front of the camera. It's people like you building a team. I want people like my wife was on the episode where she's like, this is a real fucking AJ. Right? I had a friend on there who he started his business around the same time as I am. We're kind of at the same level now, so we've gone through that growth together. We've had each other's kind of backs and stuff. So I'm a huge advocate for having people in your season around you at the right time, but also having a support system. But you were telling me about Chris, your husband, and he's also a visionary. So when I had the episode with my wife, the cool thing was, like I was telling you earlier, was I learned stuff about her that I didn't really think about. Like, I always had this mindset, like, I'm the visionary, she's the integrator when it comes to business. And I always had this stressor where I was like, every time I come to her with an idea, she's going to be worried or stressed out. Is it
me?
And in the episode, she's like, you've done it 10 times. I don't fucking care anymore. Like, just do it. I trust you now.
Stop telling me.
I'm like, oh, wow. Like, you felt like this for a while? I could have done so many more things. Like, it's kind of like cool to learn about my wife. Like,
for sure. In a different setting.
In front, and being vulnerable in front of people. But you and Chris are two visionaries. And we kind of touched on that on our episode. How does it work with the two visionaries? Because I find the visionary is kind of like the Tasmanian devil. And then the integrator kind of says, okay, but we got to do it a certain way.
So he's more the Tasmanian devil, for sure. He has so many ideas, and he's just really good at everything. So any idea he has is always executed, and then it lasts for 30 days, and then we move on to the next thing. So it's funny because his business, like, he's been doing this longer than I've been in real estate. He started in our garage, like, doing like vehicle decals, things like that, window tint, you know. And so he was building a business when I was maybe in real estate school, or like still working for Browns, but doing the online school. And like, he supported me 100%. Like, he was like, you need to do this. I'm going to do this. So we met in high school, like in grade 9 or maybe grade 8. So we've been together for a very long time. So we've kind of built these things together, but it's hard. Like, I'm more of an executor, I would say. I don't like change. So like, I will commit to something and then that's what it is. So it takes me a little bit longer to get there. He's more like, we can change our mind every 30 days about things that we want to do. So it's hard for me sometimes to keep up with him. I've kind of learned now, with being together for like 15 years, like, just do what you want to do and I'm going to do what I want to do. Let's not comment on each other the way that we do them. Let's just support each other the way we want to, right? So
that's career and hobby wise though. Like, what does dinner talk look like? Like, when you guys are running a household.
With a 19-month-old.
Career wise, like, me and my wife are pretty good where it's kind of like, she's like, you want to do that? I'm like, you want to do that? We support each other.
It's hobbies like that too, I would say. Like,
like dinner talk, when you guys are like, because running a home was like a business.
Oh
so,
my
like,
God, I need to touch on my house manager too, because this is my new era of happiness. So at home, we have a very chaotic life. Like, people that come to my house, like, they're not chilling. They walk in the door and we have 2 labs. chaos is happening. There's Hot Wheels everywhere. There's like, and I'm a clean freak. Like, look at my office.
Yeah.
This is how my house is. But it's very chaotic. So like, we don't get a lot of time together, which is funny because he's my total best friend ever. I would do everything with him first out of anybody because he's so chill and normal and just makes me feel comfortable. Yeah. But we don't talk a lot at home. We have like, what are we feeding the baby? What are we, like just chaos. And then 7 o'clock happens. My son's going to bed. And then we were talking about this, like 7 o'clock, I'm like, okay, good night. Like, we're so tapped out from the day that we like intentionally schedule like date nights. Like, my mom will take my son for the night. My mother-in-law, like, we need help to connect because we try not to talk a lot about business. I think it gets boring. So we just talk about like, I don't know, things that are upcoming, things we want to do. We love to travel together. So like aspirations, but we try not to talk a lot about business.
So that kind of touches on what I was going to ask is like, do you have like an unspoken rule? Like me and my wife don't really have a rule because we're both, I guess, very disciplined like that. Like she knows if I'm asking her something about work, like, hey, this project I forgot today. Yeah. It's generally because it's pressing.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
It needs to happen kind of thing. So we don't really have an unspoken rule, but I have talked to some business owners that are married to each other and they're kind of like, we just don't do this on Fridays or Saturdays or our day off. Like, but I like to get the insight from people and kind of say like where everyone's at and stuff like that. And I find that's very new business owners that have that unspoken rule. I think people that
it's funny. I feel like being like, let me actually see that work. Like, I feel like people say
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I'm like, yeah, okay. My phone rings and they're like, oh my God, this like chaos happens all the time. I think we've learned. Like, our values are to be with our son between 4 and 7 every day. Weekends, like, I really try hard to not work on the weekends anymore. That's why I built the team, is to get the girls doing open houses, showings. Like, I want to be home with my kid. I want to be with my husband. So we really try not to. But if I have an open house or something's happening, like, he's not going to be like, but you said that you don't work weekend. Like, I'm like, dude, sorry.
It's money.
It's got to happen.
And we were talking about that on the episode with my wife where she's like, her friends are always like, because they're not business owners, so they don't get it. They're like, he's always on his phone, this and that. And she goes, if he's on his phone, he's probably making us money.
He's working.
So I'm going to shut up and let him do his thing. She goes, because I trust that he's going to do his thing. She goes, it doesn't bother me. I don't care. It has to happen.
It bugs me if we're like sitting there, and sometimes I think this is a guy thing, so I don't mean to be an ass, but I think you get stuck scrolling in the doom scroll, and my husband does this where I'm like, hello, like, are you here? And then he's like, oh shit. Like, he actually isn't even there because he doesn't even know what he's doing. So I'm like, that bugs me a bit. Yeah. Because I'm like, hey, you know, like, I want you to pay attention, but I do it too. Like, I'm like, and then he's like, you just did that. And I'm like, I know, but I'm going to call you out because that's what I'm going to do. He'll never call me.
No, I know. Yeah,
like, he would never. But then I'm like, why do I do that? Like, so you like question yourself, but it's not because I want to be a bitch or a nag. I just want him to be present with us, which he is the best. Like, anyone that knows my husband is like, he's like the mom too. Like, I was saying this to you, like, we're so 50-50 because I never took a mat leave. I'm like, you have to learn how to wake up in the night. You have to feed bottles. Like, he puts my son to bed every single night. So he's the one that does that, not me, because I usually work in the night. So I'm so grateful for that. But there's not really, I think the unspoken word is like, let's be together as much as we can and be present when we are together. Yeah. But let's also support each other when other things come up. We're like, I don't want to be working at 9 in my bed, but I have to tonight. Yeah. Right? And I'm like, and I say to him, like, does this bug you? Like, do you want me to go to my office? And he's like, no, I don't care. Yeah. So I think it's just like that open, like, communication. I'm not going to piss him off by being on the laptop if he's trying to sleep. But if he's just chilling there too, like, I'd rather be beside him than, be hiding in the basement. And I'm like, so I think we've learned a lot of like time management, but also asking, like, does this bug you? Is this okay if I do this? Yeah. And that's really worked recently. So you think the communication helps with, because I love seasons. I think everyone goes through seasons. Yep. People that say, I'm good, I'm set up, my thing is stagnant. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not progressing then. So I think, and I was just talking with my videographer in the car on the way up, and I'm like, you're going to go through the lonely season, and then you'll go through the shiny objects season. Then you're going to go through the success season, and then you're going to go back to the lonely season because now you're leveled up and you're with different people. Now you need more. Yeah. Constantly like that. Like, how do you guys, like, is it communication that helps you guys get the other one through a hard season? These are our hard seasons. Yep. So, like, if you're in a hard season. Yes, I was just going to say, we've only ever been in a hard season together once, which was postpartum. Like, that was the only season we were in the same season at. everything else we're kind of like right now with my team, he's not trying to grow his business right now. Once I'm stuck, because he's helping me. Like he built everything in this office. Like that's his focus. So he focuses on me. And like his business is great. It's running, it's lucrative. But now that he has this, like he's like, okay, now he's thinking about doing the mezzanine at his place and like doing all that. So now I can give him that time. So we try to balance out the seasons like that. We went through a very, very hard, like, to be honest with you, right after I had my son, it was hard because we were both trying to grow a business and being like, wait, we don't have free time. You have to ask me to go to the gym. You're 10 minutes later than you said you were going to be.
In a human now. Like
now I'm like, no, you're not going anywhere. Like you just have that like freak out mentality. And it's like, we can't live that way. So we really had to we had a brand new marriage. Like I'm telling you, people are not honest enough about this. And I think that that's why I said to you, like, I want to touch on this because people post on Instagram, and I was so bad for this, being like, well, look at this family. Like, they can do it. They can manage. They can do this. And it's like, they're doing exactly what we're doing, and they're freaking out every night. They're anxious. They're nervous. They're not sleeping. They're fighting. Their marriage is on the rocks. Like, and then I just, like, scaled back, and I'm like, listen, like, we have to be there for each other or else this is not going to work. So we had a serious conversation being like, how do we fix this? And like be parents together and be business owners and support each other, because I can't be the best mom, the best realtor, the best wife, the best cooking person. Like I can't.
That's the whole work-life balance I was talking about. I'm like, you're going to get 70 in some spots. There's only 100%.
There's only 100%.
So you have to split somewhere. And so when you guys had that talk, did you find things got better instantly, or was there a lot of adjustment?
There was a progression. I would say it took us a good year to be comfortable in our new routines. Like, I mean, you know this, you're a father. As your kids get older, it becomes easier. It's so hard at the beginning because you don't know what you're doing. You're so anxious. You're so nervous. You're freaking out about everything. Like, you don't want people to touch the baby. And Instagram is so bad. Like, it's like social media makes you so afraid to be a mother and be a father that it's like, it's ruined so much for people. So I think we like pulled back on that. Like, we're not listening to what other people say. We're going with our gut more. Like, so we just outlined like what is not working. Like, I'm stressing out and doing laundry at 10 o'clock at night and trying to like make meals and do all this stuff. And I'm like, I need a house manager. I need someone to come and help me with all the things so that I can run the business to pay for her. Yeah. Like, and Chris and I were like, it's a no-brainer. Like, we both make enough money to do this. Why are we going crazy? Like,
I'm huge on that, and like, I love the house manager idea because I've told everyone, if I become a millionaire, I will not spend money on Lamborghinis. I will not spend money on fancy houses. I will spend money on buying back my time.
100%. I
will get a personal chef. I will get a house manager. I will get a cleaning service. I'll get those are the things I will put my money into.
It is the best thing I ever did in my life. Like, I tell everybody, Julie, I love you. It is the best thing I ever did in my life. She comes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She doesn't take care of my kid. He's in school, like he's in a daycare. She is there by herself at the house doing cleaning, not even like deep clean. Like, she just she does the bedding. She makes sure the laundry's done and put away. She makes the meals for the week. Like, it is the best. She's there for the dogs. She feeds them. She gets our groceries. Like, things that I was being like, oh my God, I have to do this. Oh my God, I have to get diapers. I have to get this. Like, it's just done. I get home, the dishwasher's empty. I'm like, oh my God. So we can go for bike rides. We can, like, the snacks are prepped and cut up in the thing, and I can just take it from the fridge and go to the beach. Like, that to me is time. We were coming home and being like, hey, you're going to watch the baby. I'm going to unload the dishwasher. You're going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it was a constant, like, well, I did that. So you do this. I did that. And I'm like, no one's doing it anymore. Julie's doing it, and we're going to the beach. So we just hired her 2 months ago. I'm telling you, my marriage and my family life and like the time I spend with my kid has gone from like a 2 to a 200. Like, it's amazing. It's the best thing I ever did.
So what season do you believe people in a marriage with kids should get to that point? Financials aside, like, I know you have to be able to afford it. But like, do you feel like there's a stage at, because I feel like now, like where I'm at, like I'm 40. And we have my son going on 17 this year, my daughter going on 15. So they're pretty independent. My son drives. I don't see a house manager at this point.
Probably not.
My kids are never home.
No.
You know, like me and my wife both.
You guys are fine. You do your own thing.
So would you recommend it pre-kids or right
I think
as
once
kids?
your kid is in daycare, like, well, I said to Julie the other day, we're having one child and that's it. And then when Julie came, I was like, if I had you, I would have another baby, because she helps me so much that I'm like she would be helpful in postpartum, maybe to like help me with foods and like things like that. But having her there at my house when no one is there is the best feeling in the world. So I would say like 12 months and on, that's when I would look into doing it, if you're so busy and you can't do it. Like,
It's just buying back time to spend with your family.
that's all it is.
Just
it's not because
really,
I have the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and if you know me, I'm a clean freak. Like, I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning, I'm doing everything constantly, but I'll spend too much time doing that then I'm not in the business. So I don't get paid to do laundry. No one at my house is paying me. So I'm like, I'm going to come here, sell some real estate, and we'll pay Julie, and Chris will go wrap some cars, and we'll pay Julie. Like,
yeah, and I'm very head down and I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
And my wife is phenomenal at kind of pulling in the reins for me.
Yeah.
Kind of saying, what is your time worth? Like, we actually have.
How much would you charge to do that? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she and I got that in my head. It's not my first nature to go to that. Like, we have a permit coming up in Hamilton.
Yep.
And I actually had to physically drive this permit.
Yeah.
Because if you're from the city of Hamilton and you work in the office, please tell me why such a big city doesn't have a fucking portal. But I had to physically mail
Go
it
there?
or
Yeah.
go drop it off. Yeah. And she's like, call Pure Later and
Courier.
do it for,
Do a courier.
and do like $30 and send it over there.
Yeah.
And she goes, that $30 is not worth your time. And
No.
I'm like, shit, that's a good
So
idea.
I learned this too. I would do that.
I'm not good at.
I would do that. I would pick up deposits from people in frickin' like, I don't know, Wasaga Beach, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's $30. I'm going to spend more in gas in my stupid Bronco.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive there and drive back for no reason. I haven't checked emails. I can't call anybody back. Like, so I started doing that, but I was like that first. Like, I'll just do it. I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, and when she says, I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
I
I don't
know.
know if it's just not second nature for me or she's just a lot more practical because honestly, like I was starting my business and if I wasn't working my business, I was working like 6 days a week when we had our babies.
Yep.
So she was our house manager.
Yeah,
she did
everything.
a fucking phenomenal job.
Yep.
She had like everything to a T, knew what was efficient, what wasn't. Like I'd come home and she's like, you need to do this, this, and this, and this. I'd just shut up and do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, because clearly she's thought this through.
Yeah.
And I just don't have the mindset like that. So like having that house manager, I could see.
Oh my God, it's like the best thing, honestly. And because like I feel like I was trying so hard to be the best mom and the best wife and the best homemaker and the best realtor, and it's like, because that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
No,
I am the best in my head. In my head, I'm the best. So I'm like, which sounds so stupid, but I'm like, I have to be the number one. And I'm like, I can't. And I had so many breakdowns being like to my husband, like, I can't do this. Like, and he's like, you don't need to. Like, and he would keep telling me that, but it didn't matter to me. I was like, I need it. So I need her to make my house feel clean every day.
Yeah.
Where some people, I go to some of my like clients or friends, I'm like, I just think to myself, like, doesn't it drive you nuts to have this on your counter? But like, I won't go to bed. If the counters aren't clean, like, I'm not going to bed. Like, I'm staying up all night. Like we don't go to bed with dishes.
No, honestly, my wife is like that. And I love her for it because my house is always clean and things always in order.
Feel good.
But like my son will wipe the counter, then I will wipe the counter, and she'll come back and she'll wipe it. I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
But when I wake up in the morning,
my mom is like that, so I blame her. My mom made me.
But in turn, like if you're living with someone like that, like I complain about because I'm like, why am I doing this? If you're just gonna come behind, like, relax, right? But truthfully, like I get up at 4:15. When I come downstairs and make coffee, I'll bring her coffee in bed, and I feel better waking up because I'm like, wow, the kitchen's clean. Like, you know what I mean?
But when you wake up in mess, you're automatically having a chaotic day because you're pissed off, and at 6 a.m. you don't want to be unloading the dishwasher. So I'm just like, I'd rather do it at night where I have the energy. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like that too. It's crazy.
Okay, so a rising tide lifts all boats, but only if the boats stop trying to sink each other. So I want to get into the whole femme group and stuff like that. So where, why, how, what is it about?
So my mortgage brokers and best friends, April and June, we worked together very, very closely from the very beginning of my business. So they were starting their business at the same time, same year. This was like 2019-ish, I think. Okay. And we were like, okay, we're doing so much business, like 10 deals a year maybe together. That was a lot at the time, like in the beginning of our business. And we were doing all repeat and referral. And I'm like, we need something that brings female business owners together. And also, like, we get together once a month. So we basically have like a membership. So they pay $250 a year, which honestly doesn't cover much, but it's just like a buy-in for your membership.
Pay to play. Like if you want value, I believe it.
So we do applications. There's one female per industry. So like a home inspector, a psychiatrist. We have everybody, like a web designer, a life coach, all these different people. So we did applications. We've done it for 4 years now. We took a break in 2024 when I was pregnant because it was crazy time. Then we came back last year, amazing, best year ever that we had. We had 22 girls. We had like over 30 applications. We had to say no to some people because there was duplicates. So basically what we do is we meet monthly at different places, but we do like masterminds. So sometimes we just drink wine and we chat and we literally don't have a topic. Like we're just together kind of networking.
Like talking to people.
The point of the group is like, listen, if you need a realtor, are you calling me? Am I your realtor? Yes. If I need a home inspector, am I calling you? Yes. If I need a psychiatrist or my friend says, hey, do you know a good psychiatrist? Yes, I'm calling this person, right? So you know what? I went to so many BNIs. Like, have you been in BNI groups? Like, okay, so I hated them. And I was like, this is the most boring crap shit of my life.
Yeah.
I need to make a BNI cool and fun and for females only, and we drink wine and we eat cheese and we cry sometimes and we talk about highs and lows and motherhood and businesses and clients that are driving us nuts, and like we've just built such a good friendship. But I get 50% of my business from these groups. So like I'm running these female social groups and I'm so vulnerable with them now, which I never used to be. I was always like, yes, and now we're running this, and now I'm like, oh my God, today was really hard. This guy said this to me, this deal's falling apart. I just lost 20 grand. Like, so I'm really honest, and I got more referrals since that. So it's just kind of a way to support women in business, but also like be there for each other when we need it most. So it's been the best thing ever.
So what's the gap you find with women entrepreneurs right now? Because surrounding yourself with them, clearly you must see something. Like I can put myself in a room right away and kind of say, oh, okay, this room's missing this. Like, like what do you find is the biggest gap right now?
Like in terms of industry?
Just women to women as entrepreneurs. Like, do you find there's a scarcity?
I think it's just
do you think there's
it's the balancing. Mindset? Like I think so many people feel the way I did, like, and they don't want to say it. I think that the biggest gap is like being honest and vulnerable about what's really going on and getting the support that you need. A lot of people can't afford it. So it's great that I can say, oh, we got a house manager, but a lot of people are like, good for you. You're a realtor. Of course you have a house manager.
Because they make too much money.
Because you make too much money. So I'm like, no, I just decided I'm going to work harder to get to pay for her. Like, I'm going to buy this house and I'm going to work harder for it. Like, my stepdad always said to me, like, put a little fire under your ass and you can do anything. Like, get a bill, owe a bill. You're going to pay it.
One boss told me that. He goes, you want good, when you start your business, you want good employees, find people with mortgage.
100%.
And I'm like, holy shit.
100%.
That like fucking hit home.
That's it.
That's crazy.
100%. Like, I know the people that work for me need the money. I know that they're hungry. I know that some of them have kids. I know that, my operations manager has a mortgage to pay. Like, I know, and they're going to be there for me 100%. But if you want something, like, go get it. Like, there's no limitation on what you could do.
And I love how you have that mindset, because I feel like so many business owners go out there and portray this like luxury lifestyle. But the way you explain it is like, sure, people would look at like a cleaner and a house manager as a luxury. But the way you explain it, which I always hope like my employees understand I portray it this way, where it's like, I'm doing it to better the business.
100%.
Like, you got a house manager so you can work harder and you can be more dialed into the business. You're not stressing while you're in the office. If one of your girls has $1 million deal on the table and you're stressed out that your house has this and this and this to be done,
there's no groceries,
your head's not straight to give them the best answer to help their business. I find, well, I never hope employees look at it like this, but like I do try to do passion projects like my podcast, but I'm really trying to build a personal brand. So when people do bring me into their house for a quote, they're like,
they trust you.
They trust me. And I've actually had clients come to me, and like one client was like talking to his wife, and he does follow me personally, and he's like, and she's like, well, we got this timeline, and I go, I will meet your timeline. And the husband actually turned around and it's like, this guy's like writing a book. He wants to start a podcast. He's personal branding. I follow him. He's at the gym every morning at 5 a.m.
People feel like they know you.
Yeah, but it's also, if he says he's going to do it, he's going to do it because he has that proof of concept, right? So like, it's cool that with the Femme group, like you guys can get vulnerable about stuff like that and put it out there, because I feel like us as business owners, we don't really have many outlets. Like it's always input, input, input.
Same with men. I think that's a huge thing that doesn't get talked about. And like, I'm all like her group, Femme Social. Like, I love women. I love women in business. I was raised by a single mom at 18. So like, that's why I am the way that I am.
Yeah.
But I think that men in business, and like my husband too, like I was telling you, like all of his customers are trades guys. Like most of them are like the backbone of the family. They're out there roofers and plumbers, and they're working 12-hour days to provide for their wives that are at home with the babies. And like, they don't have anybody to talk to. Like you don't talk to each other about
it doesn't
the
work.
struggles. It doesn't work.
No, I've tried to be in those men's groups.
Yeah.
And this was what I was going to touch on next is like, in those men's group, it's either guys are completely vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way to help you because you're past that broken stage. You need to help yourself kind of thing.
Or they're liars.
It's a liar, or there's a lot of chest beating.
Yep. Like, this is what I do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm not like that. Like, because if you want to go toe to toe, I'll blow you out of the water every day. If you come to me and say, AJ, I'm doing this and you're not, and I'm like, give me a month, and I guarantee I'll be there. Like,
they're not as like, I need help, right?
Yeah.
Women, I find in the group, which is new, I would say, because at the beginning, like I said, people were like bigging themselves up in the group. And then finally we started to ask questions that were like vulnerable. Like, so have you ever had like somebody make you feel whatever, right? And then people would tear up and be like, you know, I didn't even want to come tonight because my husband and I just got into it before we got here and he didn't want to watch the baby. Like, so we're honest about these things now. And I feel like it helps. Like, it's like, get people you can rely on to actually help you versus like, here's what you can do to get more business. It's like, we can chat GBT that, right?
Exactly, but with the women only, and I always want to ask women groups only, because I think women do phenomenal in business. I was actually just talking, I think it was with my wife, and I'm like, what do you think of this quote? I go, women are born with value, men have to build it. Because it's true. Like, women are born, like, you guys have value right out of the start.
Intuition and empathy,
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Right out of the gate. Us, we're men, we're owners. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we had to build credibility, we had to build value, we had to build a standard, we had to build, you know, trust, respect, like strength. Like, we had to build all that. Women are just built with value right off. So, but I see a lot of these like women groups, right? And I always ask, like, why only women? Like, do you not see men in industries like real estate or like, obviously I wouldn't be able to bring, and nothing against the trades, but I wouldn't be able to bring an underground plumber into a femme group thing full of real estate agents. Like, it just doesn't jive. But like mortgage brokers, let's talk about real estate agents, let's talk about consultants, let's talk about you know, like administrative professionals. Do you not feel like they have a spot to fit to become vulnerable in groups
100%,
like that? Because I find there's a lot of like women only groups or the groups
or
that
men
are
only groups
men
that
only, but if there is a mixed one, there's no vulnerability in those groups because it's all business. It's all business. But the women groups and men group, there's more vulnerability. And is that because the sexes are split? Do you believe you could have a mixed one where it kind of works?
I feel like men are not honest in those situations. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I wish they were. I wish they were. I think as a man, you don't want to be, and as a father and a husband, I think maybe single men would be more open to having these conversations. But I think as a husband and a father, there's so much expectation put on the man to be the pillar in the family and the pillar in the business so they don't ever want to say like, this is really hard, or like the expectations my family puts on me are really hard. So I find like I've done a lot of groups that are mixed, and they're not like the femme social groups, but I do like business networking things. Some of my closest buddies are trades guys. Like I get along the best with like my roofer friend Cameron. Like we have the best conversations and we relate a lot because we run businesses. But do I think they would be as vulnerable? No. And I think women don't feel as comfortable sharing how they feel in a room of men because they think they're going to be judged, even though they're not. Like it's hard. It's a tough, you have to get the right people maybe. Yeah.
See, I feel like, could I be in a group like that? 100%.
Yeah.
I think like I'm good with people opening up. I'm good with people going through seasons. I think my biggest problem would be like, say I'm in a group, 10 men, 10 women, and the men became vulnerable. I think naturally because of my position with my company, what I built, I'm a fixer.
Yeah, like, let me tell you what to do. That's how I am.
Like, I'm a fixer.
Yes.
So, like, I would never get a chance to come out with my problems because I'd be like, there's 19 other problems in this room. I got to solve those first things I can deal with.
That's how I am.
And that's, I find, is a problem for me getting into these groups. I find I'm never asking for help because I'm always trying to fix something. But in turn, I find when I'm helping someone fix something, I don't know if you're, because you said you're like that, I almost find out something about myself. So I've learned, like, well, if I keep bringing value and fixing things for people, I fix my own problem.
For sure. That's how I feel with the team, right? For sure. Absolutely.
And then let's get into manifestation. How'd you get into it? I'm a journaler. I'm not a manifester.
You know, I never was a manifester or a journaler.
Is that a word, manifester?
Manifester. I never manifested. I mean, I guess I did. I'm a vision board person, so I always do my vision boards every year. This year, and I look back on them, and it's funny because I have this like big frame and I have them all stacked from like the last 6 years. So when I do one, I always look at all of them. And I remember like there was a pregnant girl on one, and like I'm gonna get engaged, and like I'm gonna buy a house and all those things, and I get so proud of them. I look at it every day. It's like in my office right in front of me. But I'm like if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If you tell me I can't do it, it's gonna be even bigger. So to manifest for me is like, what's the life I want and how quickly can I get there? Because I don't want to waste time not having it. So like, how quickly can I get this waterfront office? What do I have to do to get this to happen? So
I see,
it's more like have a vision and then get it going versus like, I'm going to dream about it and pray that it happens. Like, I don't know. I'm not a prayer.
I'm not. Yeah, no.
I'm like, I'm doing it. Like,
so you look at manifestation as something as like
a goal, I guess.
Well, it's the next step in the road. Like either way, you're on the road. You can't drive off the road. There's nowhere to go. You're going to get to that checkpoint. Just when am I going to get there?
100%.
Kind of thing. And
it's like a timeline goal, kind of like okay, I want this office done. Like I was telling you about my office. Like I need my girls to be settled first, and then I'll worry about my office because I'll work right here. Like I don't care. I think it's more just like, what's the goal? Okay, now I've reached the goal. And my thing is I always have like 30 goals beyond that goal. Like I've never made it. Like I'm like, I've never made it ever. I never will till the day I die. It's always going to be bigger. So like manifesting for me is like, you know, getting Norma to look at this view every day. That was my goal because she was in an office with no windows before. And I'm like, I'm not having my best friend of 25 years live like that in this industry. So it's more like happiness, like manifest the happiness, the life you want. And then how do we do it? Right.
I think that's why I stay away from manifesting and like Drew and our videographer is going to put a thumbs up in front of the camera because we were just talking about that and you touched on it. And he was saying like, when you get to it, like when you think of a goal, like how do you get to that point where you're like, I'm going to do it or I'm going to accomplish it. I'm like, I don't have that.
I don't have it either.
No, I'm just like,
I'm just doing it.
I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm just going to do it. Like I have to do it now. Right. And it snowballs to this like reputation. I'm sure you portray this to your team is like eventually become that person. Yeah. So now like when people reach out to me, like at my sauna talk, I literally have people, I went away camping, I had messages saying, bro, where's the sauna talk? I'm like, I'm in a fucking bush, I have no sauna, like, I can't, right? And I went out golfing, I'm like, you know what, I gotta do a talk, like just to show people.
Because people like consistency. They like to see other people, it's why we're influenced, like that's why social media is such a big thing. Like we like to see other people doing things that we like to do. It can be negative, but it's also like, you know, it can be a positive thing too to make an impact on people.
And that honestly, a lot of the personal branding is what I'm trying to do. Like it cause impact. Like when we were talking, he's like, I kind of look at you as like my mentor. Because I hope that's okay. And I'm like, okay, one, it's not something you ask about, but two, it's also like I want that. That's why I'm personal branding. Like the personal branding is built because it's a passion of mine. I didn't have a mentor. I ate shit so many times I didn't have to. I started to put myself in rooms around people that were doing more than I wanted to do, but doing what I wanted to do. And I'm like, I wish they were here 2 years ago. I wish they were here 3 years ago. Like, I'm like, well, if I didn't have that, I want to become that person for other people, right? And it seems like building this team, giving the views to your team. And
trying to give every opportunity possible. Like, I think for me, like, what is wealth and what is happiness and what is this stuff if the people that you're with don't have it with you? Like, I think, you know, if I can take my girlfriends out for a nice dinner, I'm doing it. Like if I, you know, if I can.
You're past that competition stage. It's like that.
Yeah, like I want to take care of people. That like I am built and I was born to take care of people. That's just how I am. Some people aren't like that. I'm a giver. I want people to have what I have all the time. I think that's a big thing for my team too, and they know that. Like, if I have it, you'll have it too. So it's super important.
All right, so one more thing, we're going to talk on the era stage. And you're saying it's the best era of your life. First off, have you ever said that during another era?
No.
No?
Never. This is like a new thing.
You always knew, like, this is not it. This is not going to be the best. This is not going to be the best.
The last 4 years, I would say, well, let's take away this last year. The 4 years before that were the most stressful, anxious, oh my goodness, times of my life, like getting married, buying houses, running teams, like doing things like that. Now I'm in a spot of motherhood and my marriage and my team, and like I feel free a little bit. I think it's like freeing for the first time ever. Yeah. I like have a really good life coach, and I chat with her a lot, and I'm like, and she always says like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, I just want contentment. Like, I want to feel content, because for me as a person, I never feel content. I'm always like, okay, I got the team, I got the office, I got this, now I need the next thing. Like, I want moments of content.
Deferred life syndrome. Everyone has it. Like, it's like, when I get to this point,
I need the next one.
I need the next one. I need the next one.
And I was like, I need to, and my husband struggles with this too, like where it's like, we need a new car, or we need a new thing, or we need a new renovation, or like, we're always, which I think is good, and it makes us who we are. But I really, really tried this year to be like, I want to be sitting here on the floor and playing blocks. I don't want to be checking my email and keeping my son distracted and blah, blah, blah. Like, I really want to be present in the moments I'm in. And I've done it now. Like, I know how to do it. I know how to shut off. I know who's important and who's not. I know how to make my time with the team feel good. I know how to bring them snacks and lunch and like make people actually feel valued, where I was in my life for the last 8 years, I didn't feel that way. So
the right resources for that too.
I built it.
You built the tools for for that. But the era before this, what did that look like? If this is the best, like before this, was this like the one before this era? Was this, I consciously know the next era I'm in is going to be the best, so I need to build what I need to build?
I was
Or was
struggling.
it just kind of like, I don't know, I'm in an era?
I didn't know. No, I knew at the end of it that I was in a really bad, like from the outside, it looked so good. It looked like I was building this amazing career and this amazing life and having a beautiful wedding and like all these things, but I was not happy. Like, I was like drinking too much wine, feeling stressed out all the time, anxious, like, you know, just not feeling myself at all, not working out. Like, I'm an avid, I love to do Pilates, I love to do spin, like, though I wasn't doing any of that. I was just living in this vicious cycle of working 24/7, like letting everybody's problems become my own, being somewhere that I didn't feel like I belonged, I couldn't be myself. So I knew at the end, like, I better change something, like something has to happen here, because I was so unhappy. And it was like, how could you be unhappy with this life? Like, it's too hard to live like this. So I just made a conscious decision, like, I need to figure it out. Like,
now, people listening, because I do want people to get value out of this. I don't want just two of us talking. Like, if someone just listened to you and said, holy shit, like, I feel like I'm going through that. Like, what was something you had to turn on or turn off to get you through that phase? Because I want someone to relate to this. And even if you take sound bites out of it, I want one of your followers to look at it and kind of say, like, I feel like that. Now she's in her best era. What was the switch? Was it like a long haul, or was it just something that
it was a long haul? But I think I changed my mindset. Like, I was like, what's going to make me happy? So I went back to like, okay, what do I like to do that's not selling real estate? Like, what do I like to do outside of taking phone calls, having listing appointments, and having deals? Because that's what I love to do. And like, my husband laughs a lot. He's like, you have no hobbies. I'm like, no.
So did you feel like in the worst era or the bad era, your real estate business became...
It was amazing.
Well, it was amazing, but it became who...
It was who I was.
Yeah, who you were.
I had nothing else.
Okay, yeah. That's what I want to get at. Like, that's...
I literally had nothing else. All I was a shell of me and the best realtor ever.
Yeah.
That's it. And that looks amazing. And I was getting clients and deals. I told you I had my best year ever when I was pregnant, because I thought no one's ever going to hire someone that has a baby.
Yeah.
That was my thought. So I became a shell of myself. I didn't work out. I didn't do anything I like to do. And I'm like, hey, what the hell is this? Like, this isn't me. I didn't go out with my girlfriends. Like, I was not social at all. So then I was like, okay, I did therapy. I like had a life coach. I did all the things that were going to take me out of it.
Says,
I had antidepressants. I went through everything. And I was like, all this shit is bullshit. First of all, I got to figure out myself here. And like, what what can I loved myself before. So like, what has to happen here? I used to work out. I used to do spin every day. I used to go out with my family. I would see my brother. Like, my brother's my best friend. Like, now I'm going to get emotional.
This is a second or third person's got.
Oh my goodness.
No, but dial into it, like, because
yeah, like I was missing my family so much, and like my best friends, like. So I made a list. I remember I had like a note on my phone, like all the things that I really loved. And I was like, fuck it. I'm doing them all. I'm doing everything. I'm taking the time every day after school with my son. I'm going paddleboarding with my husband. Like, we're doing all those things again. And then my business went from like here to here. Like, it was like, it skyrocketed when I finally was like, I'm taking myself out of places that are draining me, and I'm going to focus on, you know, I get deals from the gym now. I get that's where my business comes from, is when I'm the happiest. So I just, I had to like really dial it in.
You can do when you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
And like the way things pan out. Literally, that's how me and Anna met. She came up to me and like we knew each other through social media. She goes, "Are you the AC custom guy?" I'm like, "Well, I'm AJ, but I can be him too." Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's like that. So it's cool that you can do that. And like, it's nice that someone listening is going to look at that and kind of say, I'm in a really shitty low spot, and all I have to do is make a list and say, I'm going to do my fucking list.
Yeah.
Literally,
that's all try it. Like, I got like a paint by numbers from Michael's, and I would do that every night. Like, stupid stuff that's like, I think it was my husband saying to me, like, what are your hobbies? Like, do you have, because he's a hobbyist. He loves everything. I'm like, I don't know what I like to do. Like, I watch my housewives and I like whatever. And he's like, that's not a hobby. No. I love to play tennis. Like, those are things I like to do. So I was like, okay, what do I even like to do? Like, maybe I'm not a hobbyist, but there's things that make me happy that are not real estate. So I just wrote them down, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to try new things. Like, I don't know.
That's what I was going to touch on. What would you suggest to someone, now that you've gone through and it seems like you're thriving, even if they don't have a whole list of hobbies or things they like to do, would you suggest to them try new things?
Yeah, you have to.
Even if it's something you wouldn't even do. Like, just,
like Liz, my agent, my such a good friend of mine, but an agent on my team, she's like, I signed us up for tennis lessons. I'm like, what? She's like, we're going to do tennis every Monday at 8 o'clock. I'm like, okay. So now we do that, and it's fun. And like, her and I connect outside of work. Yeah. We are so shit at it, but it's so funny. Like, we've met other people, like, so things like that. And we didn't want to do it. We were like, oh my God, fuck this. But like, we went, and it was so fun. Like, so things like that are, step outside of your comfort zone and like do things. Like, my operations manager, Norma's doing Zumba Monday nights with her mom. And I'm like, awesome. It's so funny, but like, she loves it. And I'm like, that's what I love her to do, those things. Cause I'm like, you can't just do this all the time. Like, this sucks all the time. Like, you have to like, we need some happiness, right? Yeah.
So we talked a lot about real estate. We talked about marriage and stuff. I love how we're getting into the personal branding or personal development, because that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's a lot of personal development. I'm fortunate enough that I can take a day off to do content. And I think everyone needs it. Like, literally, if you're like out there trying to get better at something, you're trying to like develop yourself, you're in a low, your marriage is on the rocks, your career is falling apart, your business is is crumbling down. Like, personal development is the key to it. And I generally believe that is the starter block of anything that's going to become successful. Even my business, I felt like it thrived once I started concentrating on myself. And sure, I'm taking away from time with my employees. I'm taking away time from like the business itself. But when I'm there, like, I could probably make 3 times the better decisions in half the time than I did when I was stressed out, not feeling good about myself. Not doing it. Like, you have to take time to work on the business, not in the business. So I think that's really important as a business owner. Like, when you have lulls, like slow times, or like, you know, you don't have, for me, like if I don't have showings or I don't have like in-person things, I'm like, okay, I have to work on the business now, not in it. Right. So I separate that a lot, but sometimes I feel unmotivated a lot. Like, I'm a self-motivator. I'm like a podcaster. I'm signing up for courses. I'm doing things like that to keep myself busy. But I found many times, like realtors especially, or like people in my type of industry, they get themselves so secluded. They're by themselves at home, like working from home. I don't know what they're doing, but you have to like sign up for things, read a book. Like, I'm a big advocate of like, invest in yourself. Like, you are the business. So if you're not smart enough, if you're not educated enough, if you can't represent your license, like, these are things you should be working on, right? So
that's like self-motivating, I think, is the biggest thing when you're in those down times. Like, get up.
Yeah.
Don't sit there.
And I think when you said write down that list, it really resonates with that, because it's like, I have a lot of people that I talk to and they're like, I don't know where to start.
Don't know where to start.
You know, and I tell them, like, you know, educate yourself, you know.
That's it.
Something that's self-taught, pick up a new hobby.
Do a deep
and they're like,
dive.
what do I do? And I'm like,
do a deep dive.
And you're right. Just make a list. Very
Also,
simple.
though, like, you know, I think there's so many people that get caught in the, like, I don't know, like the rut. Like, they're stuck in the rut, and it's like you're the only person getting yourself out of it. Like, you know, when I was in that, like, deep, I wouldn't call it a depression. I think it was just an anxiety loop of like anxiety.
Turmoil.
Like, I was still living. Everybody else, I was living the best life. Like, I wasn't sitting at home, like, in my bed. I was getting up and living through this, like, panic, freak out, heart racing 24/7. And, like, my husband said to me, like, you're the only one going to get yourself out of this. So snap out of it. Like, get yourself out of it. And I was like, you're so mean. But, like, he was so true. Like, nobody's getting me out of it. There's no pill. There's no doctor. There's, like, get up. Like, so I think that was huge for me. Like, I'm going to change this.
So getting through that phase now, I'd like to ask two last questions. Is one, now that you're in the best area of your life, marriage is good, kids are good, home's good, your team's built, you have your office, like, if you got to sit across from yourself and you really want to be honest with yourself, what's one question you'd ask yourself? Very simple, quick, one-liner, like...
What makes you happy?
Love that.
Yeah,
That's
like,
awesome.
what makes you happy? Because I didn't know for a long time.
Last question is, we've gone through this episode, we touched on everything. I think it was an awesome episode. I fucking loved it. That was really cool. And I feel like we resonate a lot on a lot of topics. But when we post this one, what do you want to name this episode?
I think something to do with, like, authenticity, like being authentic, like, you know, finding your authentic self, like finding out who you are.
I wouldn't even gone that avenue. I like that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Because I just finally feel like I know who I am now, or like what my purpose is. I think
And that's
it's
authentic.
purpose
I love that.
and being authentic, and I think it if you're authentic, you're going to attract the bright people that are for you. Yeah. That's just it. Like, I'm a mom. I can't, you know, and I laugh with my friends all the time. I'm like, I can't hide my son. Like, unfortunately, he's here. So I can't go to dinner at 6 because I got this guy. Like, he's not going anywhere. So same with my clients. I'm like, no, I can't go out with you at 8 o'clock at night. Like, maybe once in a while, but that's my life. Like, this is the life I built and chose, right? This wasn't an accident. So I'm like, this is it, right?
Yeah. All right. So your turn to give yourself a plug. Anything you want to put out there?
I didn't think about
Mottos, socials, websites.
You know what?
How to get a hold of you, what you're looking for next in business.
Totally.
If you want to connect with a specific, like, industry or something like that, like, you got 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and just put it all out there.
Well, you can find us on social media, Her Group Real Estate, or Taylor Tom's Realtor. That's where we have everything posting about, you know, all things buying, selling, renting, things like that. The biggest thing is, like, join our Femme social groups. If you're a female entrepreneur and you're looking for connection, reach out to us. We're always looking for more people. In terms of real estate, you know, we work with everybody. So anywhere an hour and a half from the GTA and Simcoe, that's where we service. And come check out our new office. Hopefully we can get some clips and share a little bit about it with you guys. But I'm so appreciative for you having me here, and it was amazing.
I love that you shared your space, and you know, congratulations on the whole office.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's cool to have people coming to check it out. You're our first guest.
There you go. First guest. Forget the Noise podcast, another episode. It is going to be authentic. It's going to be true. We're going to keep the episodes rolling like this. We're loving the guests we're having on. We appreciate everyone listening. We appreciate you for coming on today. Thank you for becoming vulnerable, opening up with us. That's what we're looking for. It looks like glam all over social media, but trust me, there's struggles, there's hardship, there's ups, there's downs, there's different seasons, there's bad eras, and there's the best eras of people's lives. Get to know people, reach out to them, connect with our guests. They'd love to hear from you, and give us your feedback on the episode. And until next week, Forget the Noise podcast. AJ Cappuccini.